In the summer of 2018, two elite U.S. Army soldiers, Staff Sergeant Rachel King and Sergeant First Class Elena Morales, were deployed on a joint Recon operation near the Afghanistan-Pakistan border to investigate unusual signal interference picked up from a supposedly abandoned compound known locally as the Bleeding House, a crumbling, half-sunken stone structure that locals refuse to enter. Often described in hushed tones as cursed, haunted, or worse, alive. Both women, highly decorated and experienced in counterinsurgency and classified tech recovery, were last seen on drone footage approaching the perimeter of the site before disappearing behind the compound's warped metal doors, and within minutes, their body cams cut to static, no shots fired, no distress signal, just sudden black silence. When a rapid response search team arrived less than 3 hours later, the compound was empty, no soldiers, no signs of struggle, and eerily, the interior appeared larger than satellite footage suggested, with corridors that weren't present on earlier scans, and strange geometric symbols etched into the walls with what looked like scorched bone. Despite extensive investigation by local allies, drones, and classified units, no trace of Rachel or Elena was found, and the mission was declared a catastrophic anomaly, filed away in Black Ops archives under code Echo 17, a designation typically reserved for events that defy rational explanation. The military issued a quiet statement that the soldiers were presumed KIA during an ambush, though no gunfire had ever been heard, and their families were told only partial truths. Then, in 2023, during an unrelated SEAL Team 6 mission to intercept a rogue arms cache near the same region, operators stumbled upon a subterranean entrance hidden beneath a layer of collapsed soil near the original compound, and what they discovered was both chilling and impossible. A sealed chamber containing the tactical gear, boots, and body cams of Rachel and Elena, arranged in new perfect order on hooks, completely untouched by dust or decay, as if they had just been placed there moments ago. Inside the same room, they also found a rusted bed frame, scratch marks along the walls, and a mirror with a handprint from the inside. The print matching Elena's down to a 2016 training injury scar, confirmed through biometric scans. Footage retrieved from the recovered cams showed surreal, fragmented video. Rachel walking down a corridor that bent in unnatural angles, Elena whispering something's wrong with time, and in one final, uncorrupted frame, both women stood facing a tall figure wearing full U.S. military gear, except the uniform had no name tag, and the face behind the visor was black static. When SEAL text enhanced the audio, a single phrase was whispered by an unknown voice. "She belongs to the silence now." The SEAL team attempted to exit the area with the recovered items, but several members suffered seizures upon leaving the compound, reporting hallucinations of being followed and repeating code words the Army hadn't used since the Cold War. Forensic analysts confirmed the body armor and personal effects were real, unaged, and held low-level radiation patterns consistent with near-space exposure, something impossible for a ground-level event. Further investigation revealed that the compound had no foundation. Beneath it was a 20-foot drop into a perfectly spherical cavern containing charred remnants of journals, primitive restraints, and an altar-like structure carved from stone unknown to any regional source, covered in American dog tags, some of which belonged to soldiers listed as MIA from the 1970s. Rachel's final logbook entry, found half-burned and translated by military linguists, read, "Elena saw it first. The corridor that never ends. The voices that sound like us. We are not alone in here. The ground is listening." In a move that sparked deep internal panic, the Pentagon ordered the compound destroyed, but demolition failed. Charges would not detonate, and when the structure was later found collapsed by natural means, seismic records showed no tremor. Locals claim they now hear two women speaking softly near the ruins during full moons, one always saying we're still trying to get out, while the other says, no, it remembers us now. The location has since been restricted under Special Operations Command Level 7 protocols, and SEALs involved in the mission have either retired, gone silent, or disappeared entirely from official records, leading some to believe that the structure wasn't a place at all, but a sentient trap, or worse, a remnant of something pre-human. something that mimics military patterns to lure soldiers deeper into its memory, feeding on identity, rank, and memory. Rachel and Elena's status remains MIA, their families still awaiting closure. But among the intelligence community, one file circulates quietly, marked Echo 17 Black, its final page showing a single photo, taken by drone 2 days after the SEAL mission. 2 women in fatigues walking across the barren plain near the collapse site, looking directly at the camera, but their faces were blurred, not by weather, but by something the lens could not comprehend. And in the corner of the photo, the only legible text reads, "She who walks twice has no shadow."